2 would be eliminated.
Let us see if they get lucky enough. But of course, I mean, at least, you know, some you got to hope for results.
They don't have all the boys, and GG do. Taiga can't look to give this one up for free. He's going to be able to back off in time, or is it going to be Biziem that gets caught? Oh no! Oh no! Oh, that blood grenade.
Taiga. Oh,
see ya.
All right, Quinn. Well played indeed.
Again, how many times do you see a lane that should be advantageous to one side, and then suddenly first blood gets given over to the disadvantaged one, and you know what? It's just a-okay. Especially Quinn on his Pango. Not quite level 30, level 29 on the old Dota Plus. Let's take this game up, spam the hero a little bit more.
Disappointing. Come on, man.
What's your most number of hero?
I don't know, like 12.
Sorry, wait up. Hold up, DM. 12?
Maybe, yeah.
You've only played 12 games on your most played hero.
Oh, did you say games? I thought you said level. I can check. You just gotta give me a second. I gotta remember how to do this.
It's very complicated, I know. You are a zoomer, but it should be pretty simple for you. At least Taiga's able to get off this this D ward on the bottom side, so they've got that going for them. Look to try and take that one out. Come on, spit me out the number.
Wait. Year or time? 82.
80. Oof. Do you want to have a guess at my wife in games?
Like 572.
Oh, keep going up. 1,483.
Oh no.
Love the hero.
Oh no. That's just, it's such a boring hero to play that many games as well.
Disagree. Undying is a boring hero, and I wonder if Seleri feels bored at it, but...
you know, nah, come on, dude. You know what's not boring is winning that freaking money. You know how rich this dude is now? 5 championships. Yeah, I'll play Undying as many times as I've won, and he's definitely feeling the same.
You know what? If I kept winning, I would do it as well, yeah. So... And that's the important thing at the end of the day. And that's the important thing for OG. Win, and you're potentially in. Lose, and you're out. That's what I love about these last days, you know? The high-stakes games. That's really where a lot of the fun, a lot of the entertainment comes in, where you know, it really comes down to, of course, the teamwork, but some of the individual plays really need to be that next level one coming through, you know?
Yeah, because... with that being said, like day 1, day 2, and day 3, they are all very, very important games as well.
Mid?
As Quinn... Whoa, almost going down. They are also very important games, but you don't kind of have the standings to be able to back it up. It's much easier to be like, oh, they lose this game and they're out. But honestly, if you won one of those other games, you know, potentially against a different opponent, if you didn't get 2-0, then you know, you wouldn't be in this position. So... But that's kind of thing with the last day. All the games are, you know, settled, much easier to be able to determine what's going on.
And just off the back of that first blood as well, I mean, Quinn had the bottle finished up before that power rune spawned. Biziem's just got it coming out to him now, so he's not actually going to get that full bottle sip and the refill. He's just going to get the fresh lot delivered from base, trying to get a couple of tower hits in the Searing Chains, but not quite there.
How the other side lane's looking at the moment. Yuragi down bottom. 8-0 compared to the 11-2. So, of course, I mean, this is, I think, a lane where Radiant will be able to play a little bit more aggressive. But like we said, kind of towards the end of the draft, that Gaimin Gladiators with their spells can definitely prevent that from occurring once they find their levels.
Yeah, like, it does feel like you can potentially get kills in this lane as OG, but they've just got so much mobility, right? Like, not going super greedy with the Starstorm on tOfu, just making sure that the lane is pushed back so that he's able to yoink away that Lotus, so now he's even more survivable. He just wants to have that leap available to be able to get away from Yuragi, even if he does land the perfect pounce in onto him. The other positive side, of course, is that the lane fairly heavily pushed up towards Gaimin Gladiators' tower. So that rotation that we were talking about from Seb is not going to be enabled to happen just because of this fact.
What is this Seder doing, mid? I mean, I don't blame you when your Pango's 18-8 compared to the 10-4 on Biziem. Yeah, you're gonna need to start to bring in some random creeps here and there. So Quinn's gonna make
standing there menacingly.
Oh, it's a mana, is it? Stolen? Oh, I guess it's dependent on the intel, but you know, still regardless, a decent chunk, so...
Used to be like 100, which was stupid.
And, man, DyrachYO is just free farming this top lane, 25 and 6 compared to the 16 and 0. I'm also a little bit surprised at how well of a start that the Broodmother has had.
I am as well, and well, tOfu, he's making that rotation towards mid. What a surprise! Not exactly something completely out of the ordinary. Is tOfu, he just wants to go for more. He wants creeps, but he might end up dying for it.
Kind of messed up. He's got Fairy Fire still to play with. Maybe he didn't mess up. Killing a load of shooters as well. Jumps on over away from Biziem, but Taiga lives on about 25 health and gonna look for the deny. Thought about it, but nope.
He's got the Taiga going, he's got the clarity. I'm like, ooh, don't die now, my man. This is the important thing, right? It's one of those deaths that if he was able to get the kill and the career, he would have still been able to, you know, make that TP rotation back towards mid, model refill. But it's not needed. You know, Quinn, he's just so set up by this early game, by that first blood, that he's in a very healthy spot.
Also, just to mention with that fight that we saw down at the bottom jungle, there was also one top where they got the kill into Seb's Enchantress, so DyrachYO was the one rewarded with that. We're already level 4 is being able to zone out DM with that insatiable hunger.
Nowhere near as strong as it used to be though, right? Longer cooldown, much higher mana cost, and as a Broodmother, especially a position 1 Broodmother, you're not really wanting to go into something like, you know, the Soul Ring and this sort of stuff. Seb is just yoinking away those last hits in front of DM's face, and I'm sure he's saying, come on, man, I need to be able to stay in this lane, I need my Vanguard early on.
It's that first rotation out of Seleri, though, completely avoids the Watcher. Went the long way around the stairs. And they do have a cliff ward. I mean, meanwhile, there's just a solo kill mid lane from Quinn. Dude, what is Quinn on, man? I don't know. This guy is... I know he got first blood. Sure, that's an advantage, but
it's a huge advantage, man.
Dumpstering mid. He's dumpstering mid, dude. He might get solo killed as well from Taiga. There's even a wraparound as well from Seb. That's a really needed kill from OG, because otherwise...
Nice casting curse there.
Yeah, sorry, Quinn.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh,
you have a Q's into you, you know what will happen. The game is ending in 20 minutes, probably less. Seleri might be in a little bit of danger here, but you can't stay around for too long with Pango just about to respawn. But maybe with the haste rune, they're going to feel confident enough. Gee, it's like they'll just run away from this tombstone, though. This big conga line that EM's got for the top lane. Very safe, right next to his tower, should be able to get into that Vanguard and really enable a few more of these Seb rotations. We can see another TP down from Taiga towards the bottom lane. I don't think he's got the Tranquils finished up for himself, but again, like, it's just this lane positioning. Ace is always farming in the safest place possible that you're never able to make this such key rotation that Seb absolutely wants to be doing. It's Seb, he wants to be farming as well at the same time, but that's what's going to allow you to do it, not needing to prioritize another kill for kill for Quinn.
The rune of haste.
I don't know if you can do this, Biziem. Maybe onto Seleri.
Do what he can to protect his captain. Get the kills. He's been able to strike back a couple of times off the back of the lane, but still, I mean, all the Gaimin Gladiators are thriving right now. DyrachYO rivaling Quinn's net worth, being able to, you know, maybe this lane gets a little bit different. Well, actually, mid lane, what's going on here? Quinn, gonna use the Rolling Thunder, won't even need it. Tower with the last right click, dude. Quinn, 1v3, and then you also have Yuragi going down bottom.
This is not how this game was meant to be going, man. Like, everything, it feels like, does come back to that first blood. Like, I know this bottom lane still probably would have gone about the same, but you've just needed to make so many more rotations towards that mid lane to lessen the damage.
Oh, a little bit awkward.
One remnant left.
Dude, what is that damage? Why is DM getting tipped?
Probably because he's 2 levels behind on a Timbersaw against a Broodmother that's nowhere near as strong as it used to be. Doesn't feel great. Still not into that Vanguard. It's 8.5 minutes.
They're not leaving mid. Dude, where's Biziem gonna go? We can't come. Hey, do they just kill Seb? Do they wait for the Ember? Finn's gonna miss on the swashbuckler now. You know, the Penko is lacking some mana.
Tower damage.
Should be able to get the kill onto tOfu. Another leap into the river. As well, Biziem's on the hunt Another round of the slight secures the kill, so we're 1-for-1. A little bit messy, I suppose, for Gaimin Gladiators.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
You know what? They'll take what they can get. This is something that OG are like, man, we need levels. Because right now, Pango's got 3 on Biziem. You've also got 2 in your side lanes, and it was meant to good Slark game is just in an absolute cakewalk for the Underlord. Just doing his thing, right? He's going to be able to sit back and farm once again underneath the tower. I mean, if something that wasn't going perfectly for them, there's not a lot of stacks built up, but they don't need it. You know, lane creeps are worth more than jungle creeps, so why not just stick in the lanes for as long as possible? Quinn as well, with the fresh diffusal blade picked up, looking to make rotations with tOfu.
9-minute diffusal.
Yep.
Okay. And Ace is just going to bait. He's got Mechanism Sword already. Quinn's going to pop out. Almost just one hits Taiga with a swashbuckle. They'll be able to get the Crystal Maiden. Quinn's already looking for a +1. Now, Biziem is going to move down to bottom. But there doesn't look like there's much that the Ember can really do to earn this team fight. Maybe it's up to DM to rotate. That we saw was a big factor in game 1. But he will cancel his own TP.
Indeed, and he's just going to go up into DyrachYO again. Again, he's got the Vanguard, so much less vulnerable to this sort of attempt. Any other hero would just be dying to this, but he's going to be able to use that reactive armor to just be A-okay.
Radiant's
Oh, you got a regen.
under attack.
Now, oh, he can get an Arcane Boots as well if he wants to, just to be able to assist. Are there any stacks for him to be able to take? Doesn't look like it. He can just up the wave again. Just kill Taiga behind the tower. Yeah, so Pango's still pretty busted. You know, first 2-3 levels, a lot weaker, of course, with that dash range from the swashbuckle, but he is still as dangerous as ever.
Behold, my searing gaze.
They will unfortunately lose the catapult on GG, but it's like it should not be too much of an issue with all the attention they're putting on mid. It means that OG are forced to leave their side lane. So again, DyrachYO is continuing to free farm, Ace is continuing to free farm. They're going to try and...
You know this is coming, though, because there's a double wave hitting the top tower. So, you know, the amount of information that this gives away is enormous. You know, we were talking about in game 1, GG's potential to influence the lanes. This is something that enables them to go for a lot of their smokes because they never let that sort of situation happen.
Top tower is under attack.
Now, smoke used for not really too much gain. People moving away, missing a lot of experience, and the net worth lead is just continuing to grow for Gaimin.
Quinn's going to pop out of the tree lane. Should be able to secure the kill with the help of tOfu. And mid lane, they were making an attempt on Seleri. Look at Ace, dude, just not even letting an Undying be under some threat at all. He was in with the Rift, and then if they want to, he can... Well, even Quinn and tOfu are actually going to pop out of the Rift as well. I guess you got the power runes up shortly that they want to get.
Yep, power runes, also potentially some damage into this tier 1 tower.
The prize is mine.
They're just constantly hugging the towers. Like, what are you supposed to do against this? They at least will get the deny onto the mid tier 1, so a little bit of gold going OG's way, but they're feeling confident enough to just dive Seb underneath the tier 2 12 minutes in.
Oh my god, it's so disgusting.
Yeah. I mean, this is like a GG major winning draft with like the Broodmother substituted out for something else, you know, a Terrorblade or something like that. Everything else just screams Gaimin Gladiators right now.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Yeah, and it's crazy as well because, I mean, this is, you know, the Broodmother 1 is going to be something that we'll continue to see Gladiators pick up because I think a lot of Eastern European carries right now have some, I'd say probably some of the better position 1 Broodmothers. You put Ramses there, Victoria's got a mean one as well, so this is very scary being able to add that to the wheelhouse because we all know Ace has probably got one of the better offlane broods too, so 8,000 net worth.
Scans even on point, man.
Yeah.
They scan the fact that they're coming down towards here. I mean, they've got the vision, right? That early Observer Ward put down by Seleri inside of the Ancients area will look to be able to just obliterate Seb. Biziem, he does not have the damage to be able to take any sort of team fight at this stage.
Look at Seleri, dude. Just running into 3 up the high ground where he doesn't have to worry about anything. Meanwhile, Yuragi as well is getting blocked from DyrachYO, trying to look for a pounce angle. They'll miss on the swashbuckle. Yuragi will be able to get out of danger. They might just turn to Diem instead. Let's see if the Vanguard's going to be enough to... Jesus Christ. Yeah, alright, never mind. The Vanguard ain't going to do shit. The Gaimin Gladiators, they are so far ahead. 10k net worth lead in 14-minute mark. And this is just, must say, kind of a depressing way for OG to go out of the tournament.
Yeah, if it continues like this, I mean, it's 14 minutes, there's a Wisdom Rune spawning, supports don't even have their ultimates yet, so it never really feels like you can be playing, you know, Enchantress in this aggressive way like she wants to be. You know, she's supposed to be, you know, putting herself out in front of a tower, making you rotate to be able to deal with her, especially if you're not doing the most out of the laning stage. I wonder if Seb's even just talking to Yuragi and saying, hey, keep this Dark Troll Summoner alive because we need those skeletons. We need to get some map control because right now it just feels like we're running from everything.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Unfortunately, that might be the way it's going to be. Because DyrachYO is just chasing down Seb, and meanwhile, look at the smoke maneuver as well. We're even going to cut off maybe some of the reinforcements or people playing behind the Enchantress. It's just off the mark, but the Atos going to be able to set up for the arrow, and they'll have the damage to kill him off inside the stun lock. We'll even consider about Yuragi. Quinn, he knows no fear. There is no boundary here for the Pangolier when he is currently in this position. Maybe a T3 tower might be a bit too deep though.
15 minutes, a little bit too deep, but you know what? They should be able to just, again, plant their flag on this side of the map. You know, they're playing with an Observer Ward right now, so they know exactly where the GG supports are playing. This is not the area of the map that you're wanting to be going towards. You know, you just want to be able to take out that tier 2 tower as quickly as possible. You want to prevent them from going into this ancient camp and potentially, you know, taking a lot of that farm on DM. This is absolutely kind of demolition. Quinn's not dying from this.
No, he's not. In fact, all the boys are suddenly here off the back of the ultimate. DM will be able to chain up to the higher ground. They're still hunting, though. I'm glad he don't want to let him get out too freely. I mean, he's got a couple heroes nearby. Yuragi and Taiga are trying to potentially protect him, but I don't even know if it's going to matter in the end. A nice sidestep here of the Pounce. He'll still be able to get the kill on the DM, and now Taiga is just offering himself up on a silver platter. Ace out of all heroes gets the double.
And DyrachYO is just ratting top. So this is a tier 2 tower going down, 16 minutes in. It's the little things, right? The first blood leading into everything else. Yuragi had his courier sniped previously that was carrying the Echo Saber, so he now has it completed back again, but still not in a position to be able to secure any kills. Like, it's another 1,000 gold away from the Maelstrom from Biziem too, so you're going to need that just to deal with. Yeah. Another courier killed.
And they're going to get him. Oh.
Where was this game in? How have they lost 6 games?
That's true. That is true. I mean, still with that now, they're going to jump up to 8 and 6 and have potential to be playing in the upper bracket, you know, depending on some other results. So, yeah.
Gaimin is giving them a 10% chance. I don't know about that one. That's optimistic.
I don't even know. Is there another word better to describe for optimistic? Because I feel like they're delusional, maybe?
Oh, okay, that's a little harsh.
Is it? I mean, it's
Misha's birthday, man. Be a little nicer.
I'm sorry, Misha. I apologize. Just not your day when the net worth lead is as high as the minute mark. No, it's not going well. They're going down here. Yeah, no, he's not dying. And all of OG are dying unless they leave. A quick raid. They'll get DM. And no, Taiga's going to try and do whatever he can to allow Yuragi to find a pounce away. They're going to buy back on DM. This is the last fight. Maybe they can get some kills off the back of it. Not to me. Jiddu just way too far ahead. And with that, that's going to be a celebratory couple of kills. And resulting in, I imagine, a couple letters shortly getting dropped as well, as they're going to be able to chase down and find the full 5-man wipe, and there they are. Unfortunately, the boys on OG, they will be eliminated from the Riyadh Masters after Gaimin Gladiators were able to convincingly 2-0 them.